Okay, guys, so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to do the presentation work. So it's pretty simple. So you guys are gonna open your file where you have everything, your design, the waffle structure, the drawings, and everything. So in this case, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and if you guys remember, on the original drawings, we created the outline, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy it. So I'm gonna select the outline, I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna copy it right here on the one below, the one that it's under the laser cut drawings, because this is gonna be easier for us to work with. Okay, so remember, everything should be under their own layer. Okay, so just to make this process a little bit easier for you guys, everything should be under their own layer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and select the drawings, all of them, and then file, export selected. In my case, I'm gonna save it on my download just to have quick access to it, and then I'm gonna save it as an Illustrator file. So these are gonna be my drawings. Okay, and just hit save. Preserve auto scale 1 inch equals to 1 inch. That's good. Hatches export as solids. No. Well, we already exploded the hatches, so this one doesn't really matter. But just to make sure it's the hatches are not gonna be exported as solid fields, just uncheck this box and then just click OK. Okay. So now, by now, guys, you guys should have. If you go to the if you guys go to the website on the resources, uh, and then you click on the link that it's gonna take you right here to the share folder. Uh, let's go ahead. It's gonna take you to this page right here, this website. Okay, so this is the one that we want. It's gonna be the template. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and click on these three dots and then download it. Once it downloads, please open it. I already downloaded, so I'm not gonna redo it, re-download it. So I already have it right here. Okay, so this is what you guys are gonna have. Of course, this you guys are gonna change the title. So this is operative cube. I'm sorry, cube. And then as a subtitle, you guys can do whatever you guys want. Let's do planes and spaces, something like that, right? Well, that's what I'm gonna do. And then please leave the font and the size as they are. I want this format. And then you guys are gonna see these guys right here. These are gonna be your labels, the labels for every single one of your drawings. And then down here, you guys are gonna have your title block. So please, please, please make sure you guys change your name. So on the final presentation, on the printed out version of the presentation board, I don't wanna see a student's name. I wanna see your name. Okay, everything else stays the same. So graphics 2, Professor Delgado, PCC, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now the next part. Once you guys do this, we're gonna go ahead and go to file and then open. Then I'm gonna select my drawings. So you guys are gonna see them right here. So right now, the way you guys exported them one to one means that this is 3 inches. Okay, so it's a one-to-one drawing. So what I'm gonna do before we do anything, guys, um, let's go to layers, and then you guys are gonna see all this. Unfortunately, it doesn't save it as groups. Okay, but this is good because you guys can see. I mean, look, we can do a new layer, then we can just do perspective per perspective. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. So yeah, perspective. And then what we do is we select all of this, all the ones that said perspective, Remember, select the first one and then shift, hold it, and then select the last one. It's gonna select everything, all of them for you, and then just drag them inside. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing for my section. So new layer, section, and then all the ones that say sections. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna do one for my elevations, and then just hit OK, and then select all of them, and then move it right there. Just one thing, guys, if you guys notice, for some reason, when we export it, well, when Illustrator imported your drawings, for some reason, uh, these are upside down. So they are inverted. They are in the correct order. So what we're gonna do is first I'm gonna go ahead and click on the first layer and then drag it to the top. Then second layer, third layer. Let's have everything in order. Okay, and then my outline I want it all the way to the top. Same thing right here. 2, 3, 4, and then my hatch cut I want it to be all the way on the top. And then again same thing right here. 2 and 4. So that's what we want. Now, guys, the next part is before we move or before we copy all this information into our presentation board, what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on layers and then click on these three lines and then make sure this option is checked. Paste remembers layers. Because look, if for some reason it's not checked, if it's not checked, and then we try to copy this by uh, pressing Control C and then Control V. Look what it's gonna do. So it's gonna save under whatever layer we have selected, but look, it's gonna do like 1,000 different layers, and you guys don't want that. There's a reason why we ever since the beginning we made sure everything was on its proper layer. So this part it's easier for you. So I'm just gonna undo this by pressing Control Z, and then I'm gonna go back. Remember, we want paste remembers layers. Select everything, Control C, and then Control V to paste it. And then if you guys notice, it's gonna create the layers that we want. Okay. So now, guys, if you guys notice, this is very well. Look right here. These are gonna be your labels. So drawing one, it's gonna represent elevation one or whatever, like any order that you guys have on your drawings. But of course, it's not gonna say monochromatic. It's gonna say, um, let's say front elevation, right? Let's say this is my front elevation, right? Then we can make this a little bit smaller. So this is my drawing one, and then I want my drawing one to be this one, right? But like I said, right now the drawings are super, super small, guys. So what we can do is we can adjust the scale. So we can make them twice the size. So instead of the cubes being 3 by 3, we can make them be let's say 6 by 6. So double the size. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know what happened. So, just because I just installed Illustrator on my computer, it's just giving me the basic tools. So if this happens to you, this is what you guys are gonna do. You guys are gonna go to Window and then go to Toolbars, and then we want Advanced. That's gonna give you this guy right here, the line segment. Okay, so this is the one we want. So I'm gonna select the line segment, and then I'm gonna start the line, and then length, I want it to be 6 inches, and then 0, and then just click OK. So it's gonna create this line right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna select all my drawings, For now, let's go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and lock project board, text title, and then title block. So we don't do anything to these guys right here. Okay. So I'm gonna select everything, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna align this cube, this corner right here, and then press Shift, hold it, and then drag it up. So drag it, drag it, drag it. So I think uh, that's fine. Okay, so this will be twice as big as the original drawings. So my scale is gonna be a little bit bigger. Okay, so maybe what we can do is give me just 1 second. It's 24, 27. Maybe what we can do is we can make this 7.5, which will be 2.5 2.5 inches. So it's gonna be twice as big, right? 2.5 times as big as the original drawing. So I'm gonna create another one. Then this time instead of 6, I'm gonna do 7.5 just to make these drawings as big as possible. Okay. So again, we lock these guys right here, and then we select this. So we select this guy right here. Let's just move it down a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and select again. Just lock these guys, and then select everything on this. Then we're gonna align them, right? We're gonna align the corners. Then we're just gonna make them big as this line right here. Okay, so that's what we want. So now, what we're gonna do before we do anything else, we're gonna change the scale. Okay, guys. So on my scale, I'm gonna change my scale, and then this is gonna be 1. So what this means is that on my drawing, every 2.5 inches or 2.5 inches represent 1 inch. So remember, it's 7.5 inches divided by 3, it's 2.5 or 2.5 inches. So that's gonna be my new scale. Okay. So what I can do is I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this guy, and then I can start working with my drawings, right? So that's good. And then make a copy. So select everything, and then just uh click press Alt, hold it, and then just drag it to the side. Then this is going to be, don't forget to change these guys, these numbers. Okay. Then this, of course, guys, you guys are gonna have one plan, right? So you guys are gonna have one plan and um one plan and one section. Okay, so please align them, guys. And then I'm gonna copy these guys down here. Okay, just to make sure everything is aligned, you guys can click right here on the rulers, and then just drop a guideline right there, and then another one right there, right? That way we can align everything perfectly. Okay, so now I'm just gonna move, I'm gonna select everything, then I'm gonna make sure I align them. Okay, so same thing right here. Make sure everything is aligned. Okay, so that's good. That's what we want. Um, so of course this is gonna be, let's say this is gonna be my section, and then this is going to be my plan. plan, and then this is my drawing number 4, and then this is my plan number, I mean, plan or drawing 4, and this is my drawing number 3. Okay, so there's that. Now we still need, or we still have this space right here. So my axle, my perspective is gonna go down here. Okay, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these guys, right? And I'm gonna copy it down here. This is gonna be my, in my case, it's an axonometric, axonometric. This is my drawing number 5. And then on scale, we don't want any, we don't need any scale right there. We can just delete that. But if you guys notice, we still have a space right here, and we're gonna work with that um right now. Okay, so now let's start working on the line work. So guys, remember the uh you guys remember the coolors.io website? Is it coolors.io? See, coolors. Let me just Google it. Because honestly, I don't remember the. Let's see. It's coolors. Yeah, Zio. This is it. So you guys, and this project, guys, I'm gonna ask you, or I'm gonna let you use different color palettes. Okay. So I'm gonna let you use different color palettes on your project. So in my case, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do a monochromatic one, but you guys can use any colors that you guys want. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I'm gonna create a new layer. This is gonna be, and then I'm gonna drag it all the way on the bottom. This is gonna be my background. So background, and then what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and select my background and then create a square or rectangle that's gonna take this whole thing. Okay. Then I'm gonna do another layer, which is going to be my color palette. Okay, so I'm gonna select my color palette, and then just exactly as you guys did on the color theory project, we're gonna create squares. So I'm gonna go ahead and work with maybe these colors. So that one, and then I'm gonna make another one, another copy. And then now this one is gonna be a little bit lighter. Maybe something like that. Then I'm gonna create another copy. This one is gonna be like this, and then the last one, just gonna do 4. You guys can do 4, 5, it's up to you. This one, so this one is going to be almost white. Okay, so my background, I want it to be this. So I'm gonna select my background, and I'm gonna click on the color picker and then select that. Okay, so now the next part is start working with all the uh all the line work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock my background, and then let's say my outline. So my outline, I'm working with my perspective. So my layer 1, this layer right here, okay, I want it to be, I don't know, let's see how this works. Maybe this color. Let's see how that looks. So it doesn't look that good because it kind of fades away with the black background. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select that, and then uh, I'm gonna go ahead and select this guy right here, and then this is the fill. I don't want the fill. I want the outline, so I'm gonna just switch it, and then let's see. So now it's looking a little bit better, right? So this is what you guys want, okay? Exactly what you guys want. Or maybe we can start working with something lighter. So I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna go ahead and change this to something lighter. This one is gonna be even lighter. And then maybe I'm gonna do another one, which is going to be almost white, or like it can be completely white. Okay. So again, perspective. Let's go ahead and use this color right here, and then just change it. And then what we can do is we can go to properties and then increase the line, yeah, the line weight. So yeah, that's what we want. Now I'm gonna go ahead and select perspective. So these are my hatches, right? So I want all my hatches to be all the same. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and click on the eyedropper tool, and then I want them to be this, and then on properties, I'm gonna make this stroke 0.75. Okay, so this is what we want. Now, you guys remember the outline that we created? So this is why we need it. So outline. Now I'm gonna make it completely white. I don't want the fill, I just want the outline. And then properties, I'm gonna make it super thick, so something like 5. So that drawing can really stand out. Okay, and you guys are gonna repeat this process with the rest of the drawings. Okay, so this is what we want. Now, we can also uh, once you guys finish, I'm not gonna do all of them just to make this video as short as possible because we still need to work on this part right here. So we can go ahead and unlock title these guys, and then lock elevations and lock everything else. So let's say maybe this one I want it to be this color, and then the rest of it, let's make it maybe the same color, but this time we just want the outlines. Then just click right there. So that's, or maybe what we can do just to make them a little bit more noticeable, we can increase to 3, right? Then same thing right here. So this, let's make this pink, and then this one, let's make it this pink as well. Then this should be the same as this one. So click and click. And then don't forget about this guy right here, this outline. Okay, so this outline, let's make it, I don't know, maybe white. So white. Remember, we don't want the fill, we just want the outline. So we switch it, and then let's do 3. So this is what you guys want. Okay. So you guys can use any colors if you guys want. If you guys want to make everything black and white, that's perfect with me as well. But this is kind of what you guys need. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you. So what we're gonna do right here, guys, is we're gonna do a little render. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Rhino, and then we're gonna make a copy. I'm sorry. We're gonna make a copy of these two guys. So I'm gonna select both of them, and then Alt, hold it to create a copy, and then I'm just gonna move them here. So now what I want is I want to actually put this guy right where it should be on my waffle structure. Okay, so it should be somewhere right here. If you guys want to use the ghosted view so we can see the bottom, so actually let me go to this view and then go to ghosted. We can actually see the bottom, which will be somewhere around there. So this doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, guys. We just want to create a drawing. Okay, so now right here you guys can pick any view that you guys want. So I think this one is very interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is for now I'm just gonna go ahead and hide all my drawings. Okay, no, not planes, just the drawings. And then where is this guy? So animate annotations. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I want this guy right here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and save this view. So set view, name views. I'm gonna create a new one. Then this is gonna be my render and hit OK. So now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna change my materials. Okay, so if we go ahead and select render view, it's just that I mean everything's on the same has the same material. We don't want that. We want actual materials. Okay, so if you guys notice, I can see some lines right here. We don't want those. So let's go ahead and do filter, selection filter. Okay, show. In my case, it's right here. In your case, it's gonna be a window. Well, for my Rhino, 7 people, it's gonna be a floating window right here. So I'm gonna unselect poly surfaces and then surfaces, and then I'm gonna go ahead and select all everything else. Then that's gonna select all my curves. That's what you guys want to get rid of. So now we can just uh go ahead and just check those just check those boxes again, and now we can work with this. So now we just need to work on wooden dowels, planes, and then the waffle structure. So in my waffle structure, so I'm gonna try to use the same colors as I use on Illustrator. Okay, so that's why we have the color palette. So what I'm gonna do is maybe what I can do, guys, is so my wooden dowels, I'm gonna make them this color right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and unlock it. Select this one, this color. I'm sorry. Yeah, color palette. I'm sorry. So select that color and then let's copy this code right here. Select it, control copy. Now we go back to Rhino and then right here where it says material. So these are my wooden dowels, right? So wooden dowels, you guys are gonna click right here. Uh, Default material, that's plaster, that's fine. On color, we want to copy color or color picker, right? And we should be able to custom color list. I don't know why for some reason it's not. Okay, let's try color wheel. No. Sliders. Yeah, sliders. This is good. So we can use the sliders. So let's use the RGB sliders. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back right here and then we're gonna look for this values. So RGB. So R is 85G 0 and 75B. So those are the numbers that we're gonna use. So R is 81. So I'm gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna do 81. This one was 0. And then this guy was 81, if I'm not mistaken. 75, I'm sorry. So 75. That's gonna give you that color. So okay, we just hit okay. And okay. Now what we can do is, let's say this guy, it's going to be, let me ungroup it. So ungroup, so I can select things. So I'm gonna select that guy, and let's say that that's plain one. So let's say that I want this guy to be, I don't know, glass, right? And then color, let's go ahead and create a kind of blue kind of thing, and then clarity, hit okay. That's good. Now we can go ahead and do my plane. Again, color picker. Let's use the RGB sliders. Um, go back to Illustrator, and then now let's do this one right here. So RGB, double click right here, and then the RGB is 140, R is 141. So it's 141. I mean 241. I'm sorry, guys. It's 241. And then this guy right here is 154. 154. Then this last guy is 244. 244. Hit okay. And then okay. If you guys notice, now it's changing the color. Last one. This one. Let's make this one this guy right here. So this one, it's 253, 225 is 250, 253. Then I believe this is 225, and then 255, then 255. Oh, guys, right here, hex. This number, this code right here is the same one as this. Okay, so you guys don't have to input all these numbers. I just realized that. So you guys do, what you guys do is just copy this guy and then just paste it right here. Okay, so perfect, and then okay. So now what I'm gonna do is my waffle structure, I'm gonna make it, I don't want it completely white. So maybe we can do something like magenta, right? So it kind of goes with the whole the color that I'm using. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go to render properties. So solid color background, color render view, give me resolution and quality. You guys want the best resolution and quality. Okay, quality, let's do good quality. Solid color, let's do transparent background. Okay, so 360 transparent background. Sun settings, let's see how they work. Well, sun settings, that's good. Let's hit okay. So that's a good render. Okay, so again, just to make sure everything's good, render transparent background, that's what we want. And then we're just gonna go ahead and type render, and it's gonna start rendering your drawing. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video, just actually no, it's not gonna take that long. So just wait for it to render, and then as you guys can see, you guys have a pretty good um render. So this is supposed to be glass. We can fix that because it's reflecting a lot. So let me go ahead and show you how to fix that. I'm not gonna re-render this thing because it's gonna take a long time if I re-render this thing, just because this has to be transparent, but I'm just gonna show you how to make it more transparent. So once you guys finish, just save it. Okay, so I'm gonna save it right here. This is gonna be my render. And then very important, you guys want PNGs. So you guys have a transparent background. Just save it and you guys are done. So now glass clarity. So we want it to be actually you guys should have something right here that it's very similar to transparency or something. Just change that number. Okay, and that's gonna make it transparent. Just click OK, and that's what you guys want. So once you guys finish, then we can go ahead and finish this guy. So we go to File, Open. I'm gonna select my render. Make sure you guys rename it render, and then Control Copy or Control C, and then Control V, and then we just place it right here. Okay, just place it on your board, and that's it. That's what you guys need for this project. Okay, remember, you guys are gonna change the colors of this, so at the end it should look something like that. Okay, so that's it, and this is the final presentation board for your project.